She misses you, but she won't admit it, the silent battle of emotion and pride. She misses you. She thinks about you more than she wants to admit. But will she say it?
No.
Not because she doesn't care, but because her pride won't let her. Have you ever had a woman suddenly become distant? She gives you mixed signals, acts like she doesn't care, yet somehow, you feel that she does. That's because she does. But her emotions are at war with her ego. And this is where Stoicism comes in. Today, we're diving deep into the female psyche, the silent battle between emotion and pride, and how understanding this can change the way you approach relationships. But be warned, once you know this, you can't unsee it. Backhand index pointing right like this video and subscribe to my channel. Women. Emotional yet strategic. Women are emotional creatures, but they're also incredibly strategic with their emotions. She might lie awake at night, staring at her phone, wondering what you're doing. She might even start typing a message and then delete it.
Why? Pride.
The fear of being vulnerable. The fear of chasing someone who isn't chasing her back. Society has taught women that if a man truly cares, he will pursue her. And if she reaches out first, it makes her look weak, desperate, even. So, even if she wants to hear your voice, she'll bite her tongue instead. The silent test. Here's the twist. This silence isn't rejection, it's a test. She's waiting to see if you feel her absence. If you notice the distance. If you chase her, she wins. If you stay silent, she questions everything. Ever noticed how some women pull away, only to come back when you stop trying? That's not a coincidence. That's psychology. And before you start thinking, wait, so now I have to read minds too? Relax. We're getting to the solution. Why she won't admit she misses you. She thinks about you. Maybe more than she wants to admit. But saying it out loud, that's a different story. For her, admitting she misses you feels like surrendering control. Think about it. How often do you hear women say, "I don't chase, I attract"? This mindset isn't just a trend. It's deeply ingrained. She believes that if she confesses her feelings first, she loses power in the relationship. She worries. What if he doesn't feel the same? What if he takes me for granted? What if he's waiting for me to break first? So instead of saying, "I miss you," she plays the waiting game, the silent war in her mind. Inside her mind, the emotional battle. Here's what's really happening behind the scenes. She wakes up, checks her phone. No message from you. A mix of frustration and curiosity sets in. She wonders, is he thinking about me? Does he even care? She scrolls through old messages. Maybe even stalks your social media, searching for any sign that you miss her too. But still, she won't reach out. Not yet. Instead, she convinces herself, if he truly wants me, he'll come back. But the longer the silence drags on, the more she starts to doubt. And that is when the real emotional battle begins. When distance triggers emotion. A woman's mind craves reassurance. When you don't chase, it creates an emotional gap she has to fill. At first, she tells herself, "I'm fine. I don't need him." But the longer the distance stretches, the more uncomfortable she feels. And then something happens. One day, out of nowhere, you get a message. Maybe it's a casual, "Hey," or something completely random like, "Did you see this crazy news today?"
Why?
Because she can't hold out forever. And if you've ever received that, "Hey stranger," text after weeks of silence, congratulations. You just won the waiting game. The push and pull game. Why she ignores you even when she likes you. The woman who ignores you the most might actually be the one who likes you the most. Sounds backward, right? But it makes perfect sense when you understand the psychology behind it. For many women, admitting feelings feels like giving away power. If she confesses that she misses you, she fears. You might not feel the same. Worse, you might take her for granted. And this is where the push and pull game begins. She craves connection but refuses to be the first to break. And if she's been hurt before, her pride becomes her armor. Why she hesitates to reach out. Here's what's really happening inside her mind. If I reach out first, does that make me weak? What if he doesn't respond? What if he's talking to someone else? And the biggest fear of all, What if I matter less to him than he matters to me? Women are constantly weighing risk and reward in relationships. If she reaches out and gets ignored, it confirms her worst fear, that she was never as important to you as you were to her. And that fear alone is enough to keep her silent. And if you think this only happens in romantic relationships, think again. Ever had a female friend or coworker suddenly act distant for no reason? Same principle. It's not just emotion at play, it's ego. When pride becomes a wall, the more she wants to reach out, the more she resists. It becomes a battle of willpower. She tells herself, I won't text him first. I'll wait. One day passes, nothing from you. Now she's frustrated. Why hasn't he checked in? Another day goes by. She starts wondering, is he even thinking about me? By now, her emotions and pride are at war. Her emotions say, I miss him. Her pride says, if he cared, he'd text first. This inner struggle is why so many women hold back. They'd rather suffer in silence than risk looking desperate. The I don't care defense mechanism. Ever heard a woman say, I don't care, only for her actions to say the complete opposite? That's because pretending not to care is easier than admitting she does. So instead of reaching out, she finds other ways to cope. She distracts herself with work, friends, or social media. She posts a happy selfie to prove she's unbothered. She talks about you with her friends, trying to make sense of the situation. But deep down, she's waiting for you to break first. And if you've ever seen a woman go from I don't care to blowing up your phone overnight, congratulations. You just witnessed the moment when pride lost the battle. What happens when she realizes you're not playing the game? That's when everything shifts. So, what do you do when a woman's pride won't let her admit she cares? The answer is simple. Stay tuned. How a Stoic man handles a woman's silence. The ultimate strategy. A Stoic man stays centered. He doesn't react emotionally to a woman's silence. He understands that emotions are fleeting and real power comes from staying grounded. If you let frustration or impatience take over, you lose control of the situation. But if you stay composed, that's when the dynamic shifts in your favor. How to flip the script. Don't chase, hold your frame. Women respect men who don't crumble under emotional pressure. If she's pulling away, don't panic. Give her space and let her curiosity work in your favor. When she starts wondering why you're not chasing, that's when she feels your absence. Be subtly indifferent. If she reaches out, respond, but with calm confidence. No desperate energy, no overeagerness. A woman values what she earns. If you make yourself too available, she won't appreciate your presence. Maintain a life outside of her. The moment she sees you're still thriving, still focused on your goals, still enjoying life, she starts questioning everything. Why isn't he chasing me? Did I misjudge him? Is he moving on? And that's when she comes back. When she returns, don't punish. Welcome her back smoothly. A Stoic man doesn't hold grudges. If she reaches out, act as if nothing happened. No resentment, no questioning. Just controlled masculinity.
Why?
Because when you're unfazed by her silence, she realizes she never had power over you in the first place. The ultimate truth. Women respect men they can't control emotionally. If you can handle her pride, her tests, and her silence without losing yourself, she'll admire you for it. Eventually, she'll be the one who can't stop thinking about you. And hey, if you've ever been in this situation and thought, man, dating feels like a game of chess, well, you're not wrong. But the good news? Now you're playing with the winning strategy. So next time you sense a woman thinking about you but refusing to admit it, don't react emotionally.
Stay calm.
Stay confident. Let her come to you because she will, if you understand how to handle the game. And if you want to master more of these psychological truths about women, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.